Hey guys, so I just want to say, man, I've been seeing all the love and support, and I just want to say thank you so much, man. People have been hitting me up the past week, just checking in, and even today, and it really means a lot to me, man. You guys are the best. I love y'all. This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me, and yeah, I love y'all, man. Big love.
Early in the morning,
Day and night. I toss and turn, I keep stressing my mind. I've testified because I'm going soft. Cause Diddy torched my car with Molotov. Hey. What's going on, the people that miss your boy Camp Topical Juicer? We are back with another video for you today. As you can see from the title, Kid Cudi has testified against Diddy in the trial. He has taken the stand and given his account of events that took place over 10 years ago, where Diddy allegedly had a massive part in torching Kid Cudi's car. They exaggerated a little bit by saying it was completely on fire and they blew it up. It wasn't completely blown up, but it wasn't drivable again. And I will show pictures on the screen very, very soon. I'd really appreciate it, guys, if you just like the video for me, press the bell to be notified, press that subscribe button. I'm really trying to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you tell your friends, tell your family about the channel. I really need your support. So as you can see here, it says next witness, we call Scott Cudi, which is obviously Kid Cudi. And he takes the stand in a leather jacket, a white shirt and blue jeans. Apparently he was having a cigarette just before he walked on. So yeah, he thinks he's Mr. Cool Cat. Now it says, what do you do for work? I'm an actor and musician known as Kid Cudi. Who is this? Cassie. We dated in 2011. Who else was she involved with? Sean Combs. What did you know about their status? That she and Sean Combs had some problems and they weren't dating anymore. In December 2011, did law enforcement respond to your home? Yes, I had a break-in. Cassie called me at 5:30 or 6 a.m. She said Sean Combs had found out about us. She asked me to pick her up, so I did, yeah. Why? She was worried. What was her demeanor? Very stressed and worried. Where did you go? The Sunset Marquise, which is a hotel, by the way. Why? I thought it was safe, off the radar. Who else did you speak with? Mascud. Capricorn Clark, she sounded near tears. What did she say? That Sean Combs is in the car near my house. You called Sean Combs? I did. He said, I'm over here waiting for you. When you arrived, what did the outside look like? Pretty normal. Any security camera? Yes, but I found out they weren't working. But the security cameras had been moved. Did you move them? No. What did you see inside your home? Gifts were open, some stuff I got from Chanel, and my dog was locked up in the bathroom. How did you usually leave your dog? I let him roam. How long had you had your dog? 3 years. After the break-in, how did your dog's behavior change? Jittery, on edge all the time. I got back in and called Sean Combs again. I was looking for him. I wanted to fight him, you know? Did he answer? Yeah, he said, I'm on my way. I thought to myself, objection, etc., etc. Now, before we carry on, just to explain the situation, what we've seen here, someone contacted Kid Cudi and said Diddy is in the car, he's near here, he's near your home. So the security cameras had actually been tampered with from the outside. They're now pointing in a different direction. That's very expert. That's very intentional. Not only that, he'd actually been into the home. Now, I don't know if it was Diddy specifically, but that's what they're saying. It was Diddy specifically that entered the home of Kid Cudi, moved the cameras, and actually opened his stuff, opened some of his Chanel bags, his gifts, and the dog was found in the bathroom. Now, whether it was Diddy or not, it was most likely a Diddy associate, but if it was Diddy himself, that's crazy. I don't believe Diddy on his own would do something like that. I believe he would have had someone who he trusted, a confidant or someone that he trusted, a security guard, to go with him, you know what I'm saying, and move the cameras and break into the house. And as I said, you'll find out that it was Cassie that gave up the address to his home. So this is real interesting already. This is like a movie scene. Imagine these are the artists that we grew up listening to, but behind the scenes, they're going through all this madness between each other. It's crazy. Ask a new question. When you saw Cassie, how did she seem? Depressed. Did you see Cassie in Connecticut? Yes, she needed it. Did Mr. Combs call you? Yes, he hit me a few times. Hit, called me. What did you say? That I didn't want to talk to him. He broke into my house, hurt my dog. Did you and Miss Ventura break up? Yes. What about your car? My dog's babysitter called me and told me my car was on fire. Where were you at a relative of my ex-girlfriend's? Where did you go? To my house. Let me show you 6 pictures. Do you recognize? My Porsche. That's the damage to my Porsche from the Molotov cocktail. Who took these photos? Chip, a good friend and collaborator. What's depicted here? The hole they cut in the roof of my car to put the Molotov cocktail in. What was your reaction to your car being set on fire? What the fuck? Objection, overruled. Now, before I continue, this is the pictures of the damage. As you can see here, this is the top of his soft top porch. As you can see, this is the top of the soft top Porsche. You can see it's been cut open, specifically cut open, damaged, and they've launched a Molotov cocktail inside. Here's a picture of the fire damage on the seats. Look at that, you can see the damage there, burnt. On the side there's a lot of damage there. You can't drive in that. You can see the fire damage to the left side of the door, just there. And again, just another angle of some of the damage from the top of the Porsche. So you can clearly see this definitely happened. Yeah, this definitely 110% happened. They've cut open his car and they've thrown a Molotov cocktail inside. Did you think it was accidental or intentional? Intentional. Where did you last see Miss Ventura? At Soho House. I'd reached out to Sean Combs and said, let's talk. This is getting out of hand. Can we have a sidebar, etc., 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 etc.? Who set up the meeting at Soho House? D-Rock and my manager. What was Mr. Combs doing? Standing there like a Marvel supervillain. Now, apparently at this moment, a lot of the court laughed, including the jurors. He said, we were homies, you know, that is my girl. What did you say? I thought you had broken up. Then Sean Combs offered me water twice. I wonder what was in that water. I personally wouldn't have drank that. It was weird, Sean Combs being so calm. What did Cassie say? That we have fallen in love. Things happened. What did you say to Mr. Combs? What about my car? He said, I don't know what you're talking about. I walked away. Did you see Sean Combs later, a few years later at Soho House? Again, he said, I'm just sorry for all that bullshit. I was surprised, so I found peace with it. No further questions at this time. Mr. Steele. So this is now Diddy's defense lawyer, Mr. Steele, Brian Steele. I want to ask you some questions about your Porsche in 2012. I apologize. You get a call about damage to your vehicle. Any surveillance photos? No, my dog's babysitter did send me pictures of the damage. The DNA taken, are you aware it came back being a female? Objection, no foundation, sustained. Do you know there were DNA results? No. Miss Ventura told you it was over, question mark? We just stopped talking. You told this honorable court that she played you? Yes. She played you and you had no clue? No clue. In 2011, you went on tour? Yes. 65 locations? Yes. At that time, Sean Combs is an icon, fair to say? Yes. You and Miss Ventura had a sexual relationship? Objection. Mr. Steele, can I? No, you can do that on redirect. Do you want to tell me something? Sean Combs asked me about doing a song with Miss Ventura in 2010. Thank you. You believe they left your front door unlocked? Yes. No forced entry? No. Just presence opened, door in the bathroom. I'm not belittling, just asking. You called Sean Combs? Yeah. He was calm? Yes. You went to see him, you didn't think he had a gun? I couldn't call it. You are a strong person, that's how you categorize yourself? Yeah. This crossed the line. Miss Ventura told you she was abused? Yes. But she never told you she was sexually abused? True? She did not. You loved her? Tell me if I'm wrong. I did. You got played by the same person who played Mr. Combs, Cassie Ventura. In the 13 years since, have you ever been notified in California that there has been any more action on this car fire? No. Did Miss Ventura have multiple phones? I don't remember. 3512. If I said it, I said it. I don't actually get that part. Someone explain if you know. Do you know what a burner phone is? Untraceable. The trespass, you call it, a break-in. Miss Ventura told you she'd given your home address to Mr. Combs. Yes, in the morning. No more questions. Thanks. No problem. This is very interesting because the defense have basically they're gonna angle it that it was Cassie who, not necessarily Cassie who put the car on fire, but Cassie who played these two against each other. They also showed her scantily clad with certain makeup on. They literally tried to show her in like lots of makeup and like short dresses to show that basically she's a slag, basically. That's what they tried to say. That's what they're trying to aim it as, that she's a slag who played these two men against each other, and that's it. They just got played. They also talk about how it was Cassie who gave away the address. Now the thing is, that doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for Cassie, but the reality, you have to deep the reality of the situation here. When you come across trials like this, you have to be very emotionally intelligent. You almost use your own life as a reference, right? Those that have experienced an abusive relationship, who are constantly in fear, who are hyper vigilant, right? Who are on edge because they don't know what their partner's capable of, in fact, they do know what their partner's capable of. That's the thing, that's the fear. It wouldn't have been hard for Diddy to get that information out of Cassie once he found out about Kid Cudi. He could have easily threatened her family. He could have threatened her life. He could have beaten the shit out of her. And you come to find out very shortly when I read a testimony from a makeup artist that he literally beat her. He beat her to a pulp. She had black eyes. She had knots in her head. Multiple witnesses prove this. So while it doesn't look good for Cassie that she gave up the location and all these things, I can't necessarily blame her. And she's dealing with this master manipulator who controls the whole music industry at this point. Huge icon, a lot of power, a megalomaniac pretty much. When it comes to the Molotov, wherever DNA came back, it obviously wasn't Cassie who put the Molotov in the car. These are professionals we're dealing with here. Whoever Diddy hired or who he was with knew to move the camera away somehow, and also knew how to leave no trace. It's not difficult to put gloves on before committing a crime. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That for me isn't enough. As I said, I've got empathy for these type of victims. It's all about objectivity. Do I have empathy and sympathy for Meg Thee Stallion? I do not. I think she's a complete liar. And apologies if you disagree with that. You can unsubscribe if you want. I don't care. People that get too irate about what people think, like, I don't care what you think. If you think Meg Thee Stallion is a victim, okay, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. You're entitled to your opinion. I don't. I think Meg Thee Stallion is a liar. There's also other cases recently where women are accusing certain people of other things, and the evidence isn't stacking up. So it's all about looking at it objectively. I think Cassie is a victim. I think Diddy's a monster, but there's other cases out there that aren't the same. What did Miss Ventura confide in you about the abuse? That he would hit her, sometimes kick her. The day of the break-in, was she carefree? No. What did Capricorn Clark tell you? Sean Combs and an affiliate forced her into a car to come to my house. I called the police. There you go. Forced. I haven't even read this part yet. That's so interesting. Literally. So you can probably assume there was violence there and threats of violence. How would you describe Cassie that day? Just really shook. Him finding out about us. Why did your relationship with Miss Ventura end? The drama. It was getting out of hand. I wanted to give space. The drama. The break-in. For my safety. Her safety. Objection. Grounds. Speculation overruled. Why did you have safety concerns? Because I knew Sean Combs was violent. Your Honor, may we approach? So they have another sidebar where they're waffling and whispering to each other. The meeting at Soho House, Mr. Combs said, I don't know what you're talking about your car. Did you believe him? Objection, rephrase. What was your understanding? That he was lying. No further questions. And that's the end of Kid Cudi's testimony. He gets cross-examined and he gets examined or whatever by the prosecution. So we can learn from there that that's another witness that has said that Diddy was violent towards Cassie. Now, he didn't see the violence himself. That's important. But he understands there was violence in the relationship from Cassie. So whether we believe Cassie or not, which is clear as day we do, because there's video evidence of her getting the dog shit beaten out of her by Diddy. That's one video. Whether we believe her or not, that's another witness. That's a secondhand witness that she told him what's been going on. You can imagine the fear. Diddy has just found out that the girl he's been controlling, manipulating, abusing, is now dating someone else, someone in the industry. He don't like it. You can imagine the threats of violence. How dare you? Flipping it on its head. How dare you disrespect me? Give me the address now. You're coming with us now. I mean, it could be possible that he forced Cassie to Molotov the car. Who knows? But I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. Whatever DNA they found, they never said where it was found. They never said it was on the bottle. They never said it was in the car. They never said anything. The Cassie may have even been in the Porsche at one point. So there's obviously going to be evidence of DNA there. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's all a bit wishy-washy. But the way I see it is this all adds fuel to the fire, pardon the pun, and adds evidence to the racketeering charges. This is like a violent, almost gang leader, a boss, a proper boss. But anyway, I'm going to quickly read just a couple of quotes from the makeup artist. What's your name? Myla Morales. I'm a celebrity makeup artist. Do you recognize anyone you've worked for? Sean Combs in the grey sweater and white collar. When did you work for Mr. Combs? 2000 to 2005. Then who? Rihanna. Who else? J-Lo and Cassie. When did you work with Cassie? 2007 until COVID. She was like a little sister to me. How much older than her are you? A few years. Did you see her with injuries on her face? 2010, Grammy weekend, Prince party. Where were you with her? Beverly Hills. I fell asleep in the room and woke up to a commotion. Cassie walked in, then Sean asking where the fuck is she? What did you do? Walk into the bedroom, shut the door. What did you hear behind the door? Yelling and screaming, both of them. Then Sean Combs left. What did you see next? Cassie, she had a swollen eye and knots on her head. I packed her things up, we went to my house. Then my doctor friend came and examined her to see if she had a concussion. What were you afraid of? Sean, I feared for my life. Objection, move to strike, overruled. How long did you stay? How long did she stay? Days. Have you done interviews about this? A couple. Were you paid? No. Did you provide evidence? Photos of me and Kim Porter, early 2000s. Were you paid? $1,000. So we can see here there's another witness, and they witnessed Sean Combs, obviously behind the door, beat the shit out of Cassie. Because the next thing, Diddy leaves, and we see Cassie with a big bruised eye, swollen eye, and knots on her head where she's been banged around. This is a crazy testimony here, guys. I'll be honest with you, the internet is really disappointing me a lot. A lot of the internet that I've seen is really not necessarily siding with Diddy, but they think that Cassie is so complicit in this, that she knew everything that she was doing. What kind of sane, conscious woman wants to be intimate when she's on a UTI, bro? Do you lot know what a UTI is? I'm talking to the men in the audience. My ex-girlfriend 10 years ago would get them a lot. And I witnessed back then, before Diddy was exposed, I witnessed back then how painful that is. It's a myth that cranberry juice works, but I used to have to go to the shop at the stupid o'clock at night when she's burning on the toilet to go get cranberry juice to ease it. She'll come back into bed, 30 seconds later, she thinks she's gonna piss again, goes to the toilet, nothing comes out apart from a burning sensation. That there is agony for women. Do you think any conscious woman would want to have free coughs when she's going through that amount of pain? When she's on the reds, yeah, respectfully, when she's on her menstrual cycle or whatever. That's what Diddy wanted her to do, which is also part of his sick, demonic sex magic rituals, by the way. That's all part of it. Blood, all that stuff is all part of it. Do you think she wanted that 3-4 days at a time? You know what I'm saying? She was obviously addicted to drugs as well because of all the free coughs that they were getting into. It's truly mind-boggling. Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be loads of times where she did want a free cough. Yeah, that's how the world works. That's what happens when you're 10 years deep. She wasn't held under hostage 100% of the time. Maybe early in the relationship, she was down. Diddy, I'm horny. Come F me. Let's go get a... You know what I'm saying? All that manipulation, all that influence, she would have probably enjoyed 20% of them, 10% of them. You know what I'm saying? But then there's 80% that she was not on it, bro. But she would have been forced to do it because of the person that she loves and didn't want to piss him off because she knows the damage. This is how the real world works, guys. That's the nuances of life. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. Let me know your thoughts, man. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay vigilant, and I'll see you lot in the next video. Peace.